Luke and Catherine Reardon joined our youth division this past year. And if you want to have a real conversation at a field trial, pull up beside Hayes Green while he's watching his competitors, and you'll learn something. I'm going to tell you, that boy, he got it figured out. If I mention your name, just raise your hand if you don't mind. But not long after Hayes got started, we saw Mike Tracy sweep the Alabama Open Championship. We saw Michael Martino, a former youth handler, win the most prestigious open shooting dog title the world has to offer. Michael just got his picture taken as a former Alabama youth handler. And if Michael hadn't won it, another local past Alabama youth field trialer, Bo Brewer, and Bo was right on his heels. Now, Bo gave him a run for the money. But I've been involved with the youth, not as long as Darren, but it makes you proud to see stuff like that happen. And we owe that to our youth division. We saw Tony Gibson add 3 new courses to the beautiful Connection Station plantation. Tony also implemented the Tommy Trailer Memorial Youth Trial this past year, drawing perhaps the largest crowd ever to come and attend a youth trial, other than Shenandoah probably. We saw the board at Central Alabama Shooting Dog Association and Jimmy Hinton make great improvements to the grounds and the facilities of Sedgefield Plantation in West Alabama, Alberta. They've redone the old barn. They got new doors on the barn. They've added culverts. They've changing the courses up. They're taking better care of what they got, and it's going to be a better place. We saw Brent Cox back in the saddle to handle a dog in an amateur free-for-all. A trial Brent has won in the past. And we saw Brian Spear from Lounsboro, Alabama, back in the saddle and judging and riding in trials. Brian's been absent from the field trial scene for a number of years. So welcome back, Brent and Brian. I miss both of y'all. We saw Bill Mason retire from the cattle ranch over there in Uniontown, or that West Alabama area. His dedication and service is going to be tremendously missed. We thank Bill for everything he did for the field trial world. He did what he could to make the cattle ranch a better place. We got a good report earlier from Ruth Ann tonight on the status of the cattle ranch and some changes that are being made, and things are going to get better over there. Much better, so y'all bear with us. We saw Brian Sanderson make his handling debut at Round Pond this past year. Now, most every time you see Brian at a field trial, he's gonna have a smile on his face. But I had that dog by the collar that morning. I was finna turn that dog loose, and I looked up at him, and he looked like he'd seen a ghost. Did I mention Lance Survey? Lance won his first championship at Region 16 this past year. And while he was down there, he also got the runner-up spot. We just saw Lance win his first Alabama Dog of the Year. Congratulations. Anyone see the Kentucky Derby this year?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, there's a little colt in there that wasn't supposed to be there. He was purchased at a claiming race. He started on the outside pole against 21 horses. Nobody gave him a chance. He went off at 70-1. Nobody told Rich Strike that. Enter Bo Bunda. At the persistence of owner Jack Arlington, Bo Bunda was entered in the National Open Shooting Dog Championship. Now I'll backtrack a little bit. 3 or 4 years ago, an inhaled speargrass seed would cause this dog some major health issues. They took him to Auburn. Auburn said he ain't got much chance to compete again. So they sent him down to Dr. Susan Wells, who's here tonight. Dr. Wells removed the growth from this dog's spine. Well, the growth came back after surgery. Susan went in and removed it again, took his tonsils out. They sent him home. Dr. Wells and Dr. Andy Calloway devised a medical plan and returned him back to decent health. But this dog wasn't even supposed to be walking around in the yard, much less running for the title of Open Shooting Dog Champion. But everybody that knows Mr. Jack Arlington, as I do, will tell you that he can be pretty persistent. In fact, he can be very persistent. So the dog was entered. Mr. Jack's no rookie dog, man, and that's why. And now all Bo and handler Michael Martino had to do was go out there and beat 63 of the best, most famous dogs and handlers from across the nation. Now remember, this dog ain't even supposed to be there, y'all. To say he was an underdog, tremendous understatement. Michael said, game on. So they released him on the first morning course at Sedgefield, scouted by Murphy Renfro, who's in here tonight. And Bo and Michael put down a show. I think he had 5 or 6 finds, but he went on and won the most prestigious title in the shooting dog industry. So congratulations to Team Martino and military veteran, Mr. Jack Arlington, on a job well done. Speaking of Bo Bunda, he was sired by another local champion by the name of Conway Twitty. Conway is owned by Allen and Junior Atkins of nearby Russell County. Super, as he was known to many, didn't compete last season as he was retired at the end of the 2021 season. He went out respectfully with 25 placements, a national invitational championship in 2016, part of, thank you, Alan. And he also won the top qualifying dog at the 2019 National Amateur Free-for-All Championships. Congratulations to Ginger and Alan on a great dog. We saw some fresh faces in the handling department this past year. Ones that come to mind are Woody Woodruff from Shelbyville, man. I believe that was Woody's first dog at a field trial at Alberta. Robert Moore ran a good many dogs this year. Steve Hutto ran a dog or two this year. And my buddy Wayne Pope been coming over here all the way from West Alabama to hang out with us and run some dogs too. We're glad y'all are with us. We saw Reese Green and Addison McDuffie sweep the Dixie Trey Youth Handler Award. We saw Katie Bell Varner, Addison McDuffie, and Braden Renfro, all youth handlers, current youth handlers, run dogs and be very competitive at the National Amateur Free-for-All Championship this year. Addison and Katie Bell, well, Addison scouted for Katie Bell when she ran her dog in the qualifying, and to my knowledge, that's never been done before. And Katie Bell had her hands full, they both did. It was hot, and that dog was bullheaded, and those girls went to work and made it through the 45 minutes. And none of these three made the coveted callback, but they all three earned a lot of respect from the nation's top amateur handlers. After one of their braces finished, the opposing handler came up to me and asked, "How old is my brace mate?" I said, "You talking about the dog or the handler?" He said, "I'm talking about the handler." I said, "Well, she just turned 14. And he sighed and kind of walked away, and knowing me, I had to ask, "Well, why you ask?" He said, when I told him she was 14, he said, "That makes me feel a little better." I'm like, "Well, why?" He said, "Because I didn't want to drive all the way back to California and tell my family that a 13-year-old girl from Alabama just kicked my ass." We just saw Braden Renfro. Well, we hadn't seen it yet, but it's coming. But he's about to be presented his third Youth Handler of the Year trophy here tonight. We saw Braden win his first adult state this year at Connecticut Station, where Braden has unselfishly relinquished his status as a youth handler. He retired before his age limit was up, allowing the younger handlers a better chance to win. He could have continued another year, but that's just the kind of young man Braden is. Braden currently attends Pike Liberal Arts, where he's an all-A student. He's treasurer of the Student Government Association, a member of the National Honor Society as well. This fall, he will begin dual enrollment at both Troy and Auburn University while still a junior in high school. He's an avid turkey hunter, and they say it's a dead-eye shot on the Duffield. I got to check that out. And I want to congratulate Gabe and Carla Renfro for raising this fine, well-mannered young man. And to Braden, we wish you all the best, buddy. It's been a great ride. We saw Anna Grace Tompkins handle, scout, and report at trials this past season. Her report on the local youth trials will bring tears to your eyes. Anna Grace got a lot of future in this sport. She's at the beach, but she's been a pleasure and a help. At the request of Robert Moore, we saw Addison McDuffie judge her first field trial, a puppy stake at Shenandoah Plantation. I judged with her, and I've never seen her that nervous at a field trial. But I tell you what she did do. She rode up there at the front, and she recognized what she needed to be recognized in the bird dogs. The ones that are up front, and the ones that are running, and the ones that are loafing, and the ones behind and lateral. She's caught on to that. And that's a direct reflection on the Youth Field Trial Association. The one we have right here is the best in the nation. And I'll close with this, and we'll get on with the auction.
We got to do the kids.
Oh yeah, we got to do the kids. But in conclusion of this segment, perhaps the most amazing thing in recent history, Darren Henley switched from setters to pointers. At this time, I'll ask Aaron to come up and handle our youth awards presentation.